Hello all, good evening. Today we are going to understand some important topics in JavaScript that the scope chain. Okay, so yesterday we have created some functions that is Mars and Jupiter. We played with that and hope you guys understood. We can call one function from another function, then what will happen? So we can continue on the same topic. So team, are you ready? Hopefully, everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good. So just be focused. We are going to learn some important stuff. I will create these things again so that it's easy for you guys to understand. So console.log start and console.log end. That's the starting and ending of our JavaScript file. So here I'm just creating a function called. So now we can go with the simple names like AAA and console.log. Console.log and from AAA. And we can add another function that is pbb, and we can do console log um, from pbb. So here, so I can invoke the function AAA, and from the function AAA we can invoke the function called triple b. So that what will happen in the call stack, it will create, first it will create the call stack. First it will create which context.
Global
Global.
execution context.
Suppose whenever we invoke AAA, what will happen? We create another execution context.
It is not to triple A.
Whenever we invoke, okay, whenever it reaches this point, line number 17, still we didn't complete execution of AAA, so that it is not going to popped out this.
Okay.
On top of that, we will get again triple
It gives execution context for triple B. Double A.
execution context of triple B, and it will be execution context of triple A, and this is our
Global execution context.
global execution context. Fantastic. So far just we just added simple console.log. Now we can play with some variables. So it's going to be more and more fun. So now what I'm doing here, I'm just writing. So still we are just sticking with the var only. So very soon we are going to understand what will happen with the latent constant also. That is very simple. You don't need to worry. Suppose var a is equal to 10. So var a is equal to 10. So I hope. So if now, right now I'm in triple B. So if I do console.log of B, okay, what will happen? What will be the output for this one? Sorry, console.log of A. Just, okay, now tell me, what is the output for this program at line number 23?
Line number
10, sir.
10.
10,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Then
10, sir.
10. Okay, let's see if your answer is correct or not. I hope remaining things you know what happens. So you are getting
10.
very good, very good. So now what I'm doing in function triple A, I'm just putting again var is equal to 100. Now what will be the result for this program?
Error आएगा, sir.
It will give error.
Yes, sir.
100, sir.
Okay, at least okay, someone is saying error or someone said 100. Yeah. Any other answers? No, whatever you understand based on that knowledge, just tell me what will be the output.
Line number 24 output only.
Yeah, lot line number 24, what will be the output?
10, I think so 10.
Okay. Someone is saying 10, someone is saying 100, someone is saying error. Okay, just tell me who said error. Is there any reason for that? Why it will give error?
No, sir, it will come 10, sir. Sorry, sir.
Okay, no problem. You are going with a 10. Okay, how many of you are thinking that it will give a 10? How many votes for 10? How many votes for 100? Just give me in the chat. Quick. It's better to ping me in the chat so that I can. Pankaj said 10, Shweta said 10, Pawan Kumar said 10, Sai Chiran said 10. Okay, only I got answers from 3 people. Okay, what about remaining people? Shivprasad said 100. Okay, the new answer. Pawan said, Pawan Giviti also going with the 10. Okay, let's see what will be the output. Ready? How many of you given 100? Only Shivprasad? Only Shivprasad. Okay, let's see. I think majority of us are saying 10. What's the output?
10, sir.
Why it is 10?
Because it is a global scope and the variable can be accessible anywhere.
Anywhere, right?
Yes, sir.
So if you see, observe carefully, whenever we define any variable inside any function, that is
That is
Local,
functional local scope.
local scope.
into local scope. Even I got some small confusion. Just 1 minute.
Sir, we are using where, right, sir?
Now we are using, okay. Even though if you use var, that will stick to the local scope. It will get another variable for that. Okay,
Okay.
because in local scope rules are same. So just let me put a breakpoint here. Whenever we are accessing log A, we have 3 scopes, right? One is global scope. In that global scope, the value of A is 10, and we have a local scope. Actually, I got some small confusion. That's why I'm cross checking. Yes. Of course, we can't access the local scope, but if still it is available in the context on the call stack, find it. Yeah, it's good. Okay. So if even if we don't do practice, we will get some confusion. Okay. Still same. I got the confusion. Okay. Now, yes, you are correct. The 10. So now I will show you one more interesting. Okay. What I'm doing, I'm just moving this function. You can declare another function inside another function. Okay. What I did. Suppose if you have confusion, just let me write down again. I'm just creating a function triple A. Observe
Inside the
carefully.
function.
function triple A. Here I'm just declaring a variable called again A is equal to 100. Okay. Here I'm just declaring another function inside. Okay. Previously we just invoke a function from another function. So now we are declaring a function inside another function. Okay. This is also possible in JavaScript. Okay. So here if I do console.log, A, then what will happen? Yeah, tell me. Just try. You can get answer easily.
हंड्रेड and so होगा सर 19 I think.
100.
100?
Yes sir.
Why 100?
So it is inside the function.
Absolutely. Okay. Wrong. Or right. I will tell you. What about remaining people? What is your answer? Yeah, it will be 100. Okay, it will be 100. Okay, let's see what will happen in the execution context. Okay. Actually, it's my fault because I didn't practice this one before coming to this session. That's why I forgot some interesting things. Okay, no problem. So if you see here, observe carefully. I will show you one more time. Okay, if you just expand the scope, are you able to find some interesting thing here in new scope? What is that?
Closure.
Okay, because whenever you define any function inside another function, so it will form a closure. Okay, I will explain in detail tomorrow. So here in this situation, whenever we have a function inside another function, you can access, because if you don't find a variable in this BBB, what it will do? It will get from his parent.
A.
Local scope.
His parent. Suppose if you don't find a variable inside A also, then it can get from global
Window. Global
Global
execution.
scope. Yes.
So
global.
that's what. So, but whenever because whenever you invoke triple B from triple A, but you suppose if this triple B is outside of triple B, outside of triple A, that is different. So in this situation, so who is the parent for triple B now?
Global execution.
The parent for triple B is a global execution context. Parent for triple A is
Global execution context.
global execution context. Okay. Because whenever I just move this inside the function, now who is the parent for triple B?
Execution context of AAA.
Triple A.
And who is the parent of triple A?
Global execution.
Global execution
Global
context.
execution context. In this situation, you can call this is like a the child. Okay, he's like a father, right? And global execution context is the grandfather. Okay. Suppose if you don't have a money, you can ask your father, right? And even if you don't have a money with your father, you can ask your grandfather. So here this is very, very important. So in this situation, suppose if because wherever we are defining the function, that is also matters. To think about the access things. Okay. But I will explain these things in detail tomorrow because really I just forgot this one, so that I need to explain in a detailed way. I'll put in my list. Into the class. Sorry. Okay, got it, everyone? But concept is same, but I will explain in detail tomorrow. So here we can call this as a lexical scope. A lexical scope means observe carefully. What is the scope of this triple B?
Closure.
Okay, this much. Okay, closure. Just forget about the term closure because I want to explain a few more things behind.
Lexical scope, sir.
Yeah, because this much. But this is the scope of this function.
Okay.
But if you don't have any variable, you can access from your
Local scope.
parent,
Global
your
parent scope.
parent scope. And
Parent
even
scope.
if you don't have information there, you can access from.
Grandparents.
Global scope.
So, what is the lexical scope of triple B? Scope of triple B and scope of triple A and scope of global execution. So that means the lexical scope means the maximum scope you can access in the call stack. So that is the lexical scope. So if you see here, suppose we have defined triple B inside the triple A at the time, what you can do? You can access things from inside the triple B. If you don't find, what you can do?
Inside AAA.
You can access from triple A. Even if you
Even though we can't find, then we'll go for global execution.
global execution. Even if you can't find that variable inside the global execution context, what will happen?
Then
It will throw error or not?
No, sir, it will not throw error, sir. I think.
It is not throw error. Okay. Let's
Yes, sir.
open the discussion. So whether it will throw an error if you don't find a variable in triple B and global execution context also, then what it will do? Pankaj?
So it will run the program and print whatever whatever it is accessing from the global scope.
No, what I'm saying, if you don't find that information in the global scope, what will happen?
Then it will give
Error.
error. Error, sir.
You will
Then
get
it
an
will-
error, right?
So what is the error?
Variable not defined.
We will not
Not
define here. Not defined.
Variable not defined.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's see. I'm just commenting these few things, and if you are trying to fetch information console.log A, first it will check in BBB. If you don't find, it will check in AAA. If you don't find AAA, it will go for global execution context.
Global execution.
If you don't find in that also, it will throw an error, and you should remember that error details also, error names also. Okay, just go to the console. Just
Reference
refresh.
error.
What is that?
Is not
Reference error.
defined.
Reference error.
Uncaught reference error A is
Not defined.
not defined. So you remember that it is going to throw an error as like a not defined. But what is the type of that error?
Type
Uncaught
reference error.
reference error.
Uncaught reference error. Okay, in JavaScript, lots of errors are there. So you should remember
reference
this.
since object, right, sir?
Sorry?
Address, right, sir? Reference means
Reference means the address.
Address.
Yeah.
why it
Because
was showing
I'm not
this
able to find that information, the reference of that. Because here, end of the day in JavaScript, everything is a
Object.
everything is object actually. JavaScript, everything is an object. So that we can get complete information in few more sessions. Okay. That's why it is showing like a reference error. Maybe you can say that Raghu, this is normal variable. We don't know whether it is a primitive or non-primitive, right? So if it is a primitive, we should say that value error, right? Maybe.
Yes, yes.
If you can't find, it will say simply that we don't have a reference. So fine. So now we can discuss few more interesting things. Let's see. First, we can deal with this one, AAA only. Hopefully, we have done this much, right? Practice. Suppose if you have any variable inside AAA, suppose I'm just doing var a is equal to 10 and var b is equal to 20. And if I do console.log a plus b. So, do you remember what is the execution flow? All these things? Everyone, what will happen in the execution code? Call stack, that is very important for us. Do you remember or not? Understood or not what I'm asking? Do you remember what will happen in the call stack for this program?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay.
So let's do some exercise, okay? Where x is equal to 10, where y is equal to 22. Okay, if I do console.log x and console.log y. Just quickly, can anyone explain what will happen in the call stack? I need exact flow. Who is ready to explain this program? I think someone is ready. Ready. I'm very happy. Just a minute. It is too small. 16 is good. Yeah. Who's ready? Who's raised? Yeah, now tell me who's ready? Shivaprasad. Okay, apart from Shivaprasad, was Shivaprasad done yesterday? Sobarani also done day before yesterday. Anyone? Quick. This is very important. Sweta, are you ready?
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay, just tell me quickly what will happen first.
Global execution context will be created, sir.
Okay,
In that, two variables, x and y.
inside window object or not?
Inside window object.
Just tell me everything. Everything you should explain. Don't think that Raghu knows something. I don't know anything. Just tell me what will happen, where it will create, how it will create, what is the
Global
phase.
execution context window object will be created, and there two variables.
Okay, whether it will be, how many phases are there?
Two phases, sir.
What is the first phase?
Memory allocation phase, sir.
Allocation phase. Okay, now tell me what will happen.
X undefined, y undefined.
X value will be undefined and y value will be
Undefined, and for the function again execution context area will be created.
that's it. It is not going to create any property or method inside the window object for the function AAA.
Anonymous.
Anonymous. Okay, let's do one thing. Just go with the line by line. Okay, in the memory allocation phase, what will happen for this console.log?
process.
In the memory allocation phase, it will execute or not? It will print
No,
anything in
sir.
the console?
No action will be
Okay.
performed.
What will happen for var x?
Here declaration will be done.
Okay. For var y?
Same declaration will be done.
Okay. For this function? For this function, what will happen? I think you have missed sessions, right? How many sessions you have missed in last 2-3 sessions? Did you attend last 3 sessions? Okay. Sweta, just tell me what is the difference between function statement and function expression?
Function statement means directly means function AAA and inside that console dot log of something like that. If the expression means whenever we are giving that function to an variable.
Yeah. So I hope you joined that session. Then now tell me in the
No,
memory
sir.
allocation.
Function statement versus function expression. I missed only that.
Only that you missed. That's why you are not able to say this one. Okay. What will happen if you have this function? Okay. How you have x as undefined, how it has y as undefined? It will allocate a memory for AAA. And what will be the value? It will store the function definition. Okay, very good. Now it is not going to take any action on AAA. It is not going to take any action on console.logs. So now memory allocation phase is completed, right? Sweta?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So now what is the next phase?
Execution phase, sir.
Okay, now tell me what will happen in the execution phase.
First when console.log starts, so start will get printed.
Okay, very good.
Then x equal to a 111 will be means initialized to x value.
Okay, very good. X value will be
Initialize 111.
Okay, then what is the what will happen for the next line?
Again 222 will be mapped to y now.
222 will be mapped to y.
Y, sir.
Okay, then what will happen for this function in the execution phase?
Maybe execution context will be created for function.
Okay, whether it will create execution context at this point or this point. When it will create execution context? Execution context. Okay, JavaScript ఇక్కడికి వచ్చినప్పుడు క్రియేట్ అవుతుందా లేకపోతే ఫంక్షన్ ఇన్వోక్ చేసినప్పుడు క్రియేట్ అవుతుందా?
Maybe function invocations.
Maybe, but that means you are not sure. Okay, what about you remaining people?
Function invocation.
Function invocation, sir.
When it will create execution context? When we invoke the function.
Invoke the function. Yes.
So it will create execution context when we invoke the function. What is the name of that execution context? Sweta, you can continue.
AAA, sir.
AAA. Okay, then what will happen? It is created execution context. Then
local scope. So here declaration for a value 10.
10. 10 are undefined. Okay, 1 minute. Whether execution context will follow the 2 phases or it will follow only one phase.
Phases, sir.
2 phases, right? Every execution context will follow the 2 phases. First one is memory allocation phase.
Okay, sir. Here a value undefined, b value also undefined.
In the memory allocation phase, a value will be undefined, b value will be
undefined.
And what will happen for this console.log a plus b at
It won't
memory
take
allocation
any
phase?
action it won't take any action.
Very good. So now all 3 lines are done. So now it will go for,
We'll get out of the loop.
oh no, execution phase now. A value undefined, B value undefined, and console.log nothing. Then it will come out of the for loop.
Replay means invocation, no sir. Function it will get means it will call replay, no sir. Replay invocation, no sir, no.
Okay, 1 minute.
So
We have
invocation,
invoked the function AAA, so it is created execution context, right?
yeah,
Okay.
execution
Then
context.
okay, then slow. In the execution context, how many phases are there? 2 phases
Two
or 1
phases,
phase?
sir. Two phases.
What happened in the first phase?
Declaration has done.
That means A value undefined, B value undefined, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
after completing this first phase, whether it will come out of that function or it will go for a second phase. First
Maybe
phase,
it will go for second phase, sir.
right? But previously you said it will come out of the function, right?
Okay.
What will happen? It will go for
Second phase.
second phase. Okay, what will happen in the second phase?
A value 10.
A value will be
10 initialized to 10 and
okay.
B value was initialized to 20
Okay.
and console.log of A plus B means 10 plus 20, so 30.
Will be 30. So it will print output as 30, right? Now after that what will happen?
Next console.log of X means 111 will print. Console.log of Y means 222 and
Okay. Just tell me before going to console.log of X, whether it will remove this execution context or not.
it will pop out that execution context.
Yeah, who will tell that? You only should tell, na? So it will pop out. Then it will come to console.log of X. What will be the value of console X now?
111, sir. Already X value mapped to 111, so 111 will be printed.
Then
But then it will move to console.log of Y. Y was mapped to 222, so 222 will be printed. Last console.log of end, so end will be printed.
very good, fantastic.
Sorry, sir, I have missed one session.
Yeah, that means that is enough, because if you miss one session, you will enter into the confusion. Okay, because I'm saying in interviews they can ask you question in 1,000 ways. Okay, he will put var here, he will put let here. Okay, he can just do the same thing in same thing, like lots of chance. You will get lot of chances to confuse you. So if you really understand the flow, how it is working, okay, if you're able to visualize or if you're able to practice on a paper, so then only you will remember the concept. Otherwise you will give 100% wrong answer in the interview. Okay, now everyone understood? Yeah, tell me.
Yes, sir. I have one doubt. Sir. Can you explain one more time? Actually, more and more we are learning this thing, the more and more we are understanding the thing.
Yes.
So please explain once again, please.
Sorry, if you done it in paper, then we'll understand it definitely.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying you should do practice, because
Okay.
you should just write down this code on a paper, okay, before executing on a browser. Just go take a pen and pencil and a paper, okay, because
Sir,
this value will change, right? So keep on doing practice. Once just note down what is the answer on a paper, then execute in a browser.
sir, once explain this with means take two functions, sir. Two functions and call one function from another function and go through that explanation.
Okay,
Just
fine.
for one.
Okay, before going to that, do you have any confusion?
Sir, I have one confusion. Like global execution, always there, sir. Always there.
No. Because actually once you complete all the execution process now,
then it is created.
It will be popped out.
No. So, when we run the program, then it is always there, or it will like global execution start. Matlab, it will create then when we run the program.
Yes, when we run the program, then only it will create. Normally, you can feel that it will be there always, right? So if you see, you can't see anything in the call stack, right?
Yes,
Since
yes,
we have opened the browser,
yes,
so it's not there. So
yes.
once you complete the whole execution process now, it will
Okay.
pop out from call stack actually. Okay.
When we run the program, then the global execution stack will come in the call stack, right?
Yes.
It is created there. Then Windows, like everything, like phase 1 or phase 2, like memory allocation and everything, memory execution happens.
Whenever JavaScript engine take the control on this JavaScript file, first it will create a global execution context and it will provide window object, right?
Okay.
But
Okay.
so normally, most of the time, whenever you are dealing with browser, suppose if you see right now, you are not able to see anything in the sources, right? You are not able to see anything here.
No, nothing.
But if you type window, you will get the information, right?
Yes.
Okay, that will be there. But whenever we are debugging, you are able to see that. Okay.
Okay.
But until you close this one, if you close this tab means we don't require, right? Window object. At the time it will remove. By the time it will be there.
Okay.
And even whenever we are going to learn asynchronous calls, right? Asynchronous calls, timeout. So we have seen, right? Event loop is there, one circle. Okay, we didn't discuss about that. I just drawn, right? Event loop. Do you remember?
Yeah.
JavaScript runtime environment. So
Yes.
yeah, event loop will always check whether is there anything in the call stack or not. Whenever the call stack is empty, then only it will push callback things from the event queue.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, few concepts still we need to dig more. Don't worry about that. But that's why I'm saying. Just follow Akshay Saini, okay? Because I've learned from Akshay Saini. Maybe if I forgot or something, or if I misunderstood something, so that you will get a clarity from Akshay Saini, okay? So
Yeah.
that 23 videos, like 23 diamonds, okay? So don't miss one also. So maybe if you just follow that one, and if you observe that, if you watch those videos first time, you understand 10%. If you watch the same video second time, you will understand 20 or 30%, right?
Same here.
Every time you can get more information.
Yeah.
So
More
here's
and
people.
more we watching the videos, more and more we getting the knowledge.
And if you just start debugging, if you just do the practice, you will learn. Fine.
Okay. Thank you.
Very good. So, and Sweta is asking what we need to do. We need to add one more function, right, inside. Sweta, do I need to add one more function outside that AAA or inside the AAA?
Do it with both, I think.
Creating two functions and calling the other functions inside those functions. I think that is the yesterday's.
Yeah, that okay. Suppose if you call both in the same parallel, it will go into an infinite loop. We don't need to.
Yes, call stack size will be
Yeah,
maximum
that
call
we
stack
should not
size.
do. We should not do that.
Mm,
We should not let anything into infinite loop. Okay,
Yes.
that's our responsibility. So okay, fine. At least here, what we can do, AAA is there. Okay, where what we can see here, it could I equal to something 888, and where so j is equal to 999. Okay, here I'm just doing console.log of I plus j, okay, or I minus j, whatever it is. Okay, so now this AAA we are invoking from global execution context, And what will happen? Suppose if we do triple B from global execution context, what will happen? First, observe the code properly.
Window four will be means two values and two functions were window object only created. No, sir.
Very good, very good,
Right.
very good. So what will happen? Here triple A will be there and triple B also will be there in a
Window object.
global execution context. That is in window object. That's fantastic. And here what will happen? Whenever you invoke the triple A, it will create
Execution context for AAA.
triple A. And it will go for two phases. In the first phase, what will happen?
Dot.
Memory allocation phase.
A will be
Yeah, memory
undefined,
allocation
B will be
undefined.
and it will come to second phase. In second phase, it will execute. So A value will be 10, B value will be 20,
20,
log A plus B, that is 30.
30.
So what will happen? Once you complete the triple A, it will pop out, right?
Yes.
It will pop out. In this situation, it will pop out.
Execution
Next for triple B will be created now.
It will go for triple B, and it will create another execution context for triple B, and if again it will go for
memory allocation.
memory allocation. This time I and J, right?
I and
So initially in the memory allocation phase, what is the
I
value of I?
undefined, K undefined,
Undefined, J
Be undefined.
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 defined,
Then in execution phase,
execution context. So in the execution phase, it
triple
will
eight
be,
and triple I will
yes. So it will be 888 and 999, and it will print 888 and 999. What is the value of 888 and 999? Okay, this is completely wrong. Don't worry about that. Then it will print. Okay, before printing that end, what it will do? It will pop out this one also. Then
188.
Understood, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very good. So now what I'm doing? I'm just invoking triple B from
triple A.
triple A. What will happen now? Tell me.
Before popping up means first execution for triple A will be created.
Okay, whether triple B is part of window object or not, first of all, that is important.
No, sir.
No?
No, sir.
No, or you don't know. Observe carefully. That's why if you do practice, you can visualize it. So normally 90% of the students ask trainer to do practice so that I will learn more. If I do 10 times, I will learn more. Normally you think that you are learning more. No. If I do practice, I will learn more. You are not going to learn. You can learn only 1%. You will get again into confusion. So you should do practice. You should do practice. So now what will happen? Just a minute. I will copy the code so that you can understand. Copy. This is fine. Are you able to see?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You're able to see this one as well. Now observe carefully and just tell me. First it will create global execution context.
Next window object.
Okay, just tell me what will be there in the window object. It will go for
Memory allocation.
memory allocation. Okay. Tell me, the memory allocation phase, What are the variables it will create?
X, Y,
X will be undefined and Y will be
Y will
undefined.
be undefined.
Very good. Y will be,
Undefined.
and then
Function
Like-
definition will be stored.
for AAA,
Function definition will be stored.
okay, function definition will be stored. Very good. What about BBB?
See, uh,
Same thing, na?
same thing,
This
sir.
will be
Function
also
Yeah.
definition will be stored.
Function because
Yes.
you have defined in a global space, right?
Yes.
So it will be same. So that's differ in a execution process, right? Execution phase.
Hmm.
So BBB is also there. Now this is what there in a window object, right? So memory
Yes.
allocation phase is completed. Then it will go for
Execution phase.
execution phase. In execution phase, what will happen first?
X value will be assigned with 111 and
Okay.
Y will be
First start
Why will
sorry,
be?
start and
will be assigned to X.
Very good, very good. Yeah. It will go for
222.
then
Hmm.
then
Execution context for AAA will be created.
okay, execution context for AAA will be created. Very good. Then
Inside that, it will create memory allocation and execution phase.
okay, memory allocation phase, right? You should not forget that every execution context will follow two phases. Okay, what is the value of A now in a memory allocation
Undefined.
phase?
Undefined.
And then B
B
value.
will be undefined.
Undefined.
Okay, then
Hmm.
it will go for
Execution.
phase.
very good. In the execution phase, what will happen? What is the value of A?
A will be
10.
assigned with 10.
The value
B
is
will
assigned
be
and
20.
20.
Okay, B value will be
20.
20.
And
Then
we will get output as 30.
very good. So already we got start and only start, right, in the output. Now we got 30.
Yes.
40.
Then what will happen?
It will pop out.
No. It will create one more.
For
It will
execution
create one more
context,
execution for
triple B will
BBB.
be created inside
Yes.
that.
Because
Yes.
before we are coming out of the function, we have a triple B, right?
Yes. It will create
Okay.
execution context for BBB.
It will create another.
Execution context.
Execution.
Okay.
It is not going to delete this one because you're still there in a triple A. So
Yes.
now again it will follow
Memory allocation and
two
execution.
phases.
Two
Memory
phases,
allocation phase,
memory
what will
allocation
happen?
I will be undefined and J will be undefined.
J, I and J are undefined.
I will be
Undefined.
undefined. J will be
Undefined.
okay. Then
Mm, it's 1887 the output.
only two people are saying. Who is talking?
Sai.
No more. Sai Kumar.
Sai Kumar and Sweta is saying. Okay, what about remaining people? Just no problem. Tell me, everyone.
Output will become 1887.
Okay. So in the execution phase, what will happen? I value will be
88.
Triple A.
888.
888. J value will be
999.
999.
999. What will be the output?
कुछ भी हो
1887.
जाए.
Okay, 1887, whatever it is. Okay. Then
Execution context for triple B will be popped out.
fast execution context for triple B will pop out because whenever we invoke the triple B, first it will focus on triple B. Once it is done, it will be
It will be
popped out.
popped out.
Then it will reach this point. It will come to exit gate of triple A. Then
It will be popped out from triple A.
very good, triple A. Then
Display. It will execute console.log of x means it will output as 111
111.
triple one,
111.
and 222
222.
triple two.
and
Then
end.
end.
Just you should remember this flow. Okay, but I'm seriously saying, sincerely saying, if you don't do practice, you will forget easily. Okay, how easily you are learning, in the same way you will forget everything. Because JavaScript is not that much, as I'm saying. If you don't do practice, if you don't do revision, so you should do revision also. So that's why, because I'm taking too much time, like, to explain each and every concept. But if you don't spend for practice, everything will be evaporate from your brain. I'm saying, okay, because even I forgot, right, today. I forgot one concept. That's quite natural. If you don't do practice, that's why I need to do practice every day before giving a session. Okay, understood, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Everyone should say yes or no. We
Yes, sir.
already, normally students
Yes,
count
sir.
was 20 initially. Now it will be only 10. So maybe after a few days it will be 5. After that it will be 1. Because it's very difficult to continue.
These are the serious students, sir.
Okay, hopefully this 10 will be there, right?
Yes, they
Let's
will stay and they
let's
will get the job.
yeah. If I start conducting mock interviews, maybe it will
Yeah, they will give a
best.
excellent. Yes, sir.
Yes, okay, fine. So if you are doing really, that's what I'm saying. Even if you just learn only JavaScript, it's not. Yeah, tell me. Just a minute. It's already stopped sharing, no, right?